This is Balakot, one of the world's most difficult landscapes. Harsh, daunting, and mountainous. The Balakot city is also unpredictable. It has been designated a red zone. Any construction of buildings here faces a threat of possible earthquakes at any time. One such earthquake occurred on October 8, 2005. This devastating quake destroyed the villages and mountains, leaving approximately 73,000 dead. The Balakot Tehsil of District Mansehra is an area where Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan has undertaken one of its most challenging projects in our journey of 63 years working in the Pakistan-Afghanistan region since 1954. Church World Service Pakistan-Afghanistan embarked on a challenging project of providing 60 of the most vulnerable families in this region with prefabricated housing facilities that give the families shelter, security, and prevent injuries and deaths in case of quakes. Pakistan's disaster management officials and rehabilitation professionals view this project as a pioneering experiment. The results could be a deciding factor in finding unique and creative ways to rehabilitate thousands of families in this devastated region. When we began this project in August 2008 and ended it 5 months later in December 2008, a lot was at stake. 62 of the most vulnerable families benefiting from the project meant resettling approximately 480 persons, considering an average family size of 8 persons in this area. But in real terms, these houses would end up serving close to 1,440 people, considering the local tradition of extended families sharing small rooms and houses without any problem. This was a carefully planned project, beginning with the material used in construction, choice of the construction land and the selection process of the beneficiary families, and finally ending with a high standard of evaluation and oversight over the entire project. This is Hina. Today, she is 5 years old. She was 3 when the earthquake hit Balakot. She and her 3-year-old younger brother are the only survivors in their family. Her parents died in the earthquake, and her father's brother, her real uncle, is looking after both of them. Hina and her brother are one of the beneficiaries of this project. She was selected by our experts due to her vulnerable situation. This was in strict adherence to the project's selection criteria. Today, young Hina and her brother have a home. She lost her family, but thanks to the intervention of Church World Service Pakistan-Afghanistan, she will not be homeless. She can focus on her education and look forward to a better future. Let's meet Meherban Khan as he stands in line in this special ceremony organized by Church World Service Pakistan-Afghanistan to hand over the keys to the owners of the new houses. Government officials attended the event and Pakistani media gave us special coverage. On this day, Meherban received the keys to his new house. And this means a lot to him and his family. Sadly, Meherban lost 7 members of this family in the earthquake. 2 daughters aged 35 and 32, one 22-year-old son, and 4 grandchildren aged 15, 13, 7, and 6. Today, Meherban Khan and his surviving family members make a transition, a new beginning, moving from the tents where they lived for 3 years to this new secure house.
ये लोग करें भी जो सिफत की थी ये ऐसे फ़ायदा की थी ऐसे मेहनत की थी असल खुशी पैदा हो गया अल्लाह की रहमत आ गया.
The most innovative quality of this project has been the active participation of the beneficiaries themselves in the whole process. Male members were hired as unskilled labor, providing them a chance to earn money while they build their own future homes. Groundwork on the project started once the building design formalities were approved by Pakistan's Earthquake Reconstruction and Rehabilitation Authority, ERA. Then, Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan selected Pak Sino Corporation, a joint venture company between Pakistan and China, as its implementing partner for the construction of the prefabricated housing. The criterion for their selection was simple: efficiency and reputation. Installation of the prefabricated houses was completed in 2 phases in the year 2008. In the first phase, concrete foundations were laid down on the provided sites. The second phase of installation of structure commenced after a few days as the foundations had to dry up and harden. All the prefabricated houses were given to those people who actually owned land in the area and lived here before the earthquake. This was part of a stringent screening process in which elders of the area, local officials, and the government's disaster management professionals were involved. Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan conducted direct interviews with the potential beneficiaries before choosing the most needy. Each beneficiary must have enough land to install a 300 square foot prefabricated structure, including 2 rooms, 1 kitchen, 1 bathroom, and a veranda. Difficult terrain and damaged transportation systems were the main hurdles, but due to excellent coordination between the Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan's field teams, these obstacles were overcome and the project completed on time. The structures were built on the foundations and fixed with raw bolts for strong surface mounting. It took 2 to 3 hours for the house structure to be built on such foundations. Other accessories like water tank or power supply lines were also installed in every house after the completion of the structure. The houses were installed on the same sites where the beneficiaries were living before the earthquake. After the completion of the project, a team from Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan and government regulators conducted an inspection visit to Balakot for a thorough examination of the newly built houses.
I'm fairly happy that the amount of money that we've put in at the moment has been of benefit to the community here that has suffered. So I'm happy on what I see.
The local community was also involved in the decision-making process. Its views were well documented and shared with experts and government departments for better coordination. The engineers from Pak Sino Corporation were responsible for the installation of material. This task was given to professionals so that they ensure that each prefab house measured up to the high standards of earthquake resistance.
Material that we have used is called polyurethane. In easy words, it's insofoam that you use for packing, but the density is thicker than what you normally see, and it's sandwiched between 2 sheets. The frame that we have used is, there aren't many companies locally that they have provided the steel frame structure, and it's the heavy gauge frame structure that we are the only one that are using at the moment. It's the 100% local employment that we had hired so that we can provide, jobs to them, and our motive was to maximum help the local community.
Under the guidance of Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan, an optimum coordination was achieved. Representatives from the United Nations departments working on the ground, Pakistani government officials, and other international non-governmental organizations ensured that there is no duplication of activities. The furnished houses, along with certificates of occupancy, were handed over to the deserving villagers after the completion of all the construction work and necessary documentation process. The engineers continue to work on additional 5 houses, and they will be handed over to the beneficiaries as per schedule without delay. Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan's housing project will benefit a total of 62 families as direct beneficiaries. Approximately 480 persons and indirectly 1,440 individuals. Church World Service Pakistan Afghanistan envisions that the Balakot Safe Housing Project will address the twin questions of mobilizing the local affected communities and the provision of safe and secure shelter. The reconstruction of these houses will address the earthquake survivors' needs, especially for improving the living conditions of the beneficiaries who can now live with dignity.